Okay guys, this is the Angry Prepper. This is the beginning of my Haversack Weekend. This is my my load in or load out, whichever you want to call it. Well, as you can see, I'm packed and ready to go. I have a 1.25 miles to the campsite. Then I have to set up camp, obviously. So you will see me setting up camp, bits and pieces that is, not the whole thing. And I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Probably more like an hour, because this is all uphill, or up a mountain. Alright guys, stay tuned. Okay guys, so I found my camp spot. Took me a little while to find it. One big problem, as you can see, there's snow everywhere. This wasn't supposed to be here. It snowed, I think, yesterday for about 18 hours or so, and it's about probably 1 or 2 feet on the ground. Yeah, so this is my dilemma. So I picked closest to the dry spot, if you will. It's actually wet. I'm gonna set a fire about 2 feet in front of the tarp, start drying the area out. I'm gonna build a back wall right here because the wind is coming in from the northwest, and we'll see what it looks like when it's almost done. Okay guys, all right, my camp is pretty much set up. I'm losing the light now. Should be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'm gonna set the fire and pretty much turn in for the night because this was a task. As you can see, the little backpack there, that's my camera bag. In case you guys are like, you know, he's a fraud. No, it's a camera bag. I have a camera and a tripod in there, and I'm actually recording on my phone right now. All right, so the hike up here, by the way, it was horrendous. I calculated it. It's 1.5 miles, but it might as well have been 5 miles. It was so strenuous, meaning up and down. I didn't pay attention to the map. I mean, I knew there was going to be a lot of up and downs, but that was pretty bad. And on top of that, what made it harder, again, the snow. Usually at this time of year, there's no snow, and the hike would have been a lot easier. With the snow, it complicated, and then there was like mini streams all over the trail, so that made it even that complicated a little more. So I'm adapting tonight. I used the SOL emergency blanket as my ground cloth. I have my mattress tick, which is actually underneath the SOL emergency blanket, because I had to stuff the mattress tick with wet leaves. So I put the emergency blanket on top, and I also put pine leaves and branches underneath my hip and leg area. Right, so I'm comfortable somewhat, but it looks like it's going to be a shitty night. The temperature is supposed to get down to 25, I think, with the wind, probably around 17. I don't know for sure. I'll know when I get back home, because I have no signal to really tell what the changing temperatures do up here. Right, so the next recording might be me sitting by the fire, or the next morning. So as you can see, I got a small fire started tonight. I'm gonna keep it about this small. Laying in the shelter, it's pretty warm. Wouldn't say it's toasty, but it's gonna get me through the night. So like I said, temperature's dropping. I feel it now. Fingers are going a little numb. Still cutting up wood. Got here late, so that was probably my biggest issue. I would have had this done already had I gotten up here earlier, but I had to run errands. Anyway, this is it for the night, guys. You'll probably see a video in the morning, maybe not. It depends on how I feel, and that's pretty much it. Actually, I'm probably going to do a video in the morning because I like for you guys to see how I use my haversack. Alright guys, that's it. I'm in for the night. I'm under one of my wool blankets, not both yet. If it gets cold, I'll get into the second one. As of right now, I'm pretty warm. And I'm very tired from all the wood processing I did. Anyway, the next video should be, I don't know, in the morning, right? And we'll go over exactly what I did, what I used, what I didn't use, and that'll be it for the video. All right, guys, talk to you in the morning. Okay, guys, obviously I made it through the night. The wool blankets, they kept me alive. I wouldn't say warm. I would say I was okay. All right. The fire did good throughout the night. Of course, you know, you wake up every hour or two, you stoke it, you add more wood, so it was fine. I mean, it could have been better. Yes, it could have been way better, but I dealt with what I dealt with and dealt with the hand I was, you know, withdrawn. Right. So anyway, this is the haversack, and I'm gonna go through the items that I actually took with me because I did leave a couple of things behind. Now, my fire kit, obviously I used it. Real quick, I made charcloth last night. I am going to do a video on how to make charcloth. I'll show you a quick, closer picture. But I cut up a pair of jeans, and I threw this in the fire, and I left it in all night. And I got this out about an hour ago. So, regardless of what people say, you could throw it into your fire, leave it in there all night, and then dig it out the next morning. It'll be fine. I am going to show you a quicker look at that. A closer look at that. All right, my 550 cords, I did use some to put the tarp up, obviously. My work gloves, I really didn't have to use. The water filter, I didn't have to use. I just boiled my water. I dipped it in the stream over here, and I boiled the water last night, so I didn't have to take this out. Which, keep in mind, when it's cold like this, 20 below freezing, using a water filter can sometimes freeze up on you. After you filter it, and you let it sit, it can freeze. So you got to be careful with that in weather like this. My Stanley cook set, didn't use it last night. Thank God I didn't have to use this last night. The rat tail tourniquet. First aid kit I did use last night. Cut my thumb. Grabbed the saw by the blade part. Stupid. Water container. I did use the knife to cut up the material for the charcloth, which I did pack in with me, and I still have some left. My firebox and the grill I did not use. I probably wouldn't use both of these at the same time. You know what? I might. I'll give it a shot, but I would set this on top of the fire or just build this and then put one of my pot sets on it. If I use this, it's because I'm making a steak or cooking a burger. That's pretty much it. And my backup flashlight. I didn't have to use it last night. The headlamp went the whole night. Alright guys, so I would say this was a more successful Haversack weekend. Provided with the fact that I didn't do the raised bed, which I was looking to do, but because I got here so late, I didn't have time. Had I gotten here earlier, I would have had a raised bed in the whole 9 yards. The other thing with making a raised bed, if you're gonna be here longer than a couple of days, it's absolutely great to go all out with your campsite. But if you're only gonna spend a night or two, it's a lot of work for a night or two. So you keep that in mind. I mean, if you're looking to try it, obviously do it. But when you want to set up a decent camp, you got to put in a couple nights. You got to put in at least 3-4 nights to make it worth its while. My opinion. All right, guys. So anyway, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching. If you have any tips, please leave a comment in the description, or you can email me at theangryprepper@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, Google Plus, sorry, and Instagram. I think it's and Vero, sorry, Vero. You can also listen to me on podcasts now. All right, guys. Thank you for watching.